Yeah. There's this truck coming here. Well, hold on, no. Hold on, I'm gonna show you a video. It's a truck that drives by itself with three trailers. Yeah, but this truck coming in where I'm leaving, he's coming in right now.
Go ahead and tell me how I can help you.
Representative, real person, no robot. Goodbye. Reverse dispute. OMG, put me on with a representative. Oh my God. I made a mistake and I canceled my card. I need to uncancel card. Okay. Reverse. Uno reverse.
Calling about canceling auto insurance, right?
No! Don't cancel my auto insurance. I can't deal with you. Representative.
Ain't gonna trust AI no more. I ain't gonna trust AI no more.
A battle over AI is brewing on college campuses. Universities are rushing to add chatbots to curriculums, and students are pushing back.
The rise of artificial intelligence is the next industrial revolution.
That backlash at the University of Central Florida is not an isolated incident. Silicon Valley is aggressively courting higher education. Tech giants like OpenAI and Anthropic are signing major enterprise deals with universities, as administrations look to prove they're forward thinkers by adopting the latest AI tools. But some students argue this corporate push is cheapening the value of the education they pay tuition for. The fiercest resistance is coming from the arts, where students view AI-generated slop as an existential threat to their future careers. In Alaska, one student was arrested for ripping an AI-generated art exhibit off the wall and eating it in protest. Around the country, students are organizing Luddite clubs, holding marches, and demanding that universities invest in faculty, not software. The clubs take inspiration from 19th century British textile workers, who destroyed factory machinery to protect their livelihoods during the Industrial Revolution. As the spread of artificial intelligence accelerates, higher education has become the front line for a much larger question. Is infusing AI into academic curricula strengthening the future workforce, or just hollowing out the value of a college education?
Every single graduation commencement speech I've seen, the speaker talks about AI and the crowd boos. Rightly so. Just so smug, like, you just spent all this money and the world's burning, but AI is the future.
They're not data centers. They're crypto mining facilities, but they can't tell you because then you'll want some of the crypto.
So it's 6 in the morning. I got a text at like 5 in the morning from the realtor or the guy that wants to buy the property. And it's super weird. It's super weird dude now, honestly. He said, I left you and your daughters a gift at the front of your property on the Rock Gabion area. And I haven't went over there. I'm gonna cook breakfast first, but I haven't went over there. And I was like, what in the world? Like, who does this? Who says this? Who gives gifts? Like, weird.
Hey, also, these are the gifts that the people that are interested in our property delivered this morning at 5 a.m. It is now almost 7 o'clock p.m. I texted him, told him I don't want any gifts. I'm good. So anyways, very, very weird. I'm all dirty. I was working on my horse trailer. Very weird, yo. Very weird. So these are the gifts. This is a gift card to Outback or whatever. It says talk to you soon. This one has $250 and it has some money back here. This one is very weird, yo, because to give you an idea, I wear beat up boots 24/7. Like, I don't even care if I had the money to buy new shoes. I wouldn't buy new shoes. Nike gift card. Talk to you soon. $250. Yo, weird as shizzles. And so I was hoping they came back to get it. And then the cash, as far as the cash goes, it's like in a safety clip. Looks like it's like $400 right here in cash. And then let me show you. probably shouldn't be touching this while I'm out, but oh well. Anyways, so the people that are interested in my property sent me these gifts this morning. So 400 Krispies. So, yo, the food one's tempting because, you know, I'm a fat ass. So, anyways, crazy, yo. But Nike, what the frick, yo? Nike, like, look at my boots. Yo, they have a hole in them. That's just the way I wear boots around here. Wear shoes around here in the desert because, like, yo, very weird. I don't know, man.
Okay, so this lady just said, what if all the data centers that are currently being built are for the underground bunkers so that it doesn't pollute the underground system, so they're building them up here? Because why now all of a sudden are we having all of these massive bunkers? So I went down the rabbit hole and let me show y'all the timeline. So in 2025, Catherine Austin Fitts, who was the former U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, she actually came out and said that there was a missing $21 trillion worth of funds, and it all went to this $21 trillion underground city that had been built between the 90s and the early 2010s. She also discussed this on Apple TV on a show called Beyond Belief in 2019. During the 2025 interview with Tucker Carlson, she said that that $21 trillion that went missing was actually secretly diverted by the U.S. Gov between 1998 and 2015 to construct a network of about 170 underground and undersea bunkers intended for the elites. Now, based on the info I was able to find, it says that the United States is home to an estimated 4,000 to 5,500 operational data centers, accounting for roughly 40 to 45% of all facilities worldwide. Now, they want people to think that these data centers are currently being built because AI has taken off, but do y'all know that ChatGPT was only publicly released on OpenAI on November 30th of 2022? And even though we're just now seeing the uprise of all of these data centers and seeing the way that they're draining water, this is nothing new. In fact, the first massive commercial hyperscale data center, per Google, says it was built by Google in 2006 in the Dalles, Oregon, spanning over 1.3 million square feet. It revolutionized the industry by introducing a massive warehouse-style architecture specifically optimized for cloud computing and internet services. So, if these data centers have been around since 2006 and they started building those bunkers in, 1998? And now all of a sudden we're seeing an uprise in data centers to the extent that cities are losing electricity, cities are losing water. Would it not potentially make sense that there's a strong possibility that these data centers are not just for the people above ground, but potentially for the cities underground? I don't know. When she saw it, it just made me go down the rabbit hole. I decided to do my research, and this is what I came up with. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Per usual, this is all alleged. Can't confirm or deny any information, but I definitely implore you to do your research. Whatever else I find out, I'll be back. Like, follow, stay tuned.
People are starting to hate data centers and AI. And the reason that people are starting to hate data centers and AI, because they're just popping up everywhere, all over the place. And people really do not understand it. And I know hate is a strong word, but in this case, you just got to be honest here. You know, they're trying to replace their properties. And then it's so bad to the point that for these data centers, they're starting to offer some Americans gifts, trying to convince them to just move out of their place so they could put a data center there, just so they can destroy the economy even worse. That's why this country is just collapsing. People are just fed up with this. It's like they sacrifice so much for this country to be a better place. And it's like the more and more you sacrifice, the more and more you get taken advantage of. And that's just crazy that this world has come to this. And the reason why people are starting to hate AI is because they're starting to put AI everywhere. They're starting to replace everything with AI. And a lot of jobs are being lost and taken because of AI. And they're tired of hearing that AI is the future. So it's like they don't know what the future holds. But in reality, they're not ready for the future because it's things like the more and more the future arrives, the more and more the economy is collapsing. And people don't want to keep going through this. And then they're starting to have AI drive cars now without nobody in it. So that's why people are just getting sick and tired of hearing about it. They don't want to deal with nothing AI no more. So it's like they don't want their life to change drastically like that because it seems like it's not changing for the better. It's changing for the worse. So that's why people are just giving up. They're tired of it. And that's why they're starting to hate AI more and more. They don't want no more data centers here. A data center is not going to solve the problem. And then they tired of them constantly lying to their face over and over. And it's too much just to survive out here. The cost of living is just too much. People really can't pay their bills no more. And you think they worried about a data center? They not. They want a different solution. And then the crazy thing about finding a different way, finding a better way, America doesn't seem to care about finding a better way. They're starting to feel like America never cared about the people anyway. And that's just sad. That's how a lot of people feel. That's how millions of people feel. That's why you see a lot of people expressing their feelings. Going to the shift, countless hours, not getting nowhere. And people just want to be treated fairly. And a data center and AI is not the answer. And people really don't understand it. They shouldn't have to, because the more and more they try to understand it, the more and more it doesn't make sense. Why are you offering somebody gifts for a data center for their property? Why? Something is going on, and a gift is not going to solve it. They think that small gifts are going to solve people's problems. But in reality, you know how that situation go. When somebody want to do wrong, they feel like they can win you back over with a gift, a guilt. It's always something guilty going on. They feel guilty when they try to shower you with gifts because they know they're not doing something right. And that's what people are starting to feel like about these data centers and these AI things. They're tired of hearing about it. We all are tired of hearing about it. So let me know how y'all feel about this. And that's my take on this situation. And I'm going to see y'all on the next one. Peace. Leave y'all thoughts in the comments.